Fuji is the symbol of Japan's natural beauty. At 3,776 meters high, it is easily the tallest mountain in Japan and one of the most recognized mountains around the world. Mount Fuji's near-perfect symmetry, majestic white-capped summit, and volcanic activities have made it the subject of art, adoration, and worship as a sacred mountain throughout the history of Japan. Located just west of the Kanto Plain, near the midpoint of the country, Mount Fuji spans across 2 prefectures and is easily accessible from Japan's largest cities. On the north side, the mountain is surrounded by the Fuji Five Lakes region, also known as Fuji Goko, which is known for its lake resorts, plethora of outdoor activities, and hot springs. Despite being climbed by several 100,000 people each year, Mount Fuji is still an active volcano. It last erupted during the Hoei era in 1707 and is now carefully monitored because it is believed it will erupt again. While many travelers only think about climbing Mount Fuji when they visit, there's actually much more to do in the region surrounding this great mountain, so here are our top 5 recommendations for Mount Fuji. Number 5. Sengen Shrines. Shinto is the indigenous religion in Japan, and Shinto shrines are dedicated to the worship of various deities or kami, and can be found in nearly every town across the nation. Among several popular types of Shinto shrines, the Fuji Sengen shrines are a collection of over 1,300 shrines all over the country that worship Mount Fuji and the deity associated with the mountain, Princess Konohana Sakuya. The head shrine of the 1,300-plus Sengen shrines is the Fujisan Sengen Shrine, which is located in Fujinomiya City, at the southwestern base of Mount Fuji. The shrine has a history of over 1,000 years, but most of the shrine's current buildings were built by Tokugawa Ieyasu in the early 1600s. Historically, the Fujisan Sengen Shrine was the entrance point for the climb up Mount Fuji. However, when the nation's center of political power shifted from Kyoto to Edo, now Tokyo, the northern trail up Mount Fuji was easier to access and eventually became the most popular route. The Fuji Yoshida Sengen Shrine on the north side of the mountain was the original starting point for the Yoshida Trail and is still used by a small number of purist hikers today. But a majority of climbers now choose to start climbing at the Fuji Subaru Line 5th station, which leads to the Yoshida Trail up the mountain. Many other, smaller Sengen shrines can be found around Mount Fuji, including the Arakura Sengen Shrine, which is famous for the Chureito Pagoda and breathtaking view of Mount Fuji, which is especially enhanced by the sakura blossoms during spring and fall foliage in autumn. Number 4. Fuji-Q Highland. Located to the north of Fuji, near Lake Kawaguchiko, Fuji-Q Highland is one of Japan's leading amusement parks, rivaled only by Nagashima Spa Land near Nagoya. Fuji-Q Highland is well known as Japan's premier thrill ride destination and is home to multiple world record-breaking roller coasters, such as Takabisha, which has the steepest drop angle of any coaster on Earth at 121 degrees, Eijanaika, which has 14 inversions, and Fujiyama, which held 4 records when it was first completed, including tallest coaster in the world. The park opens new rides regularly and has a wide variety of unique experiences, such as anime-themed rides, seasonal events, and Thomas Land for kids, to name only a few. Directly next to Fuji-Q Highland is the Highland Resort Hotel and Spa. Guests here enjoy unobstructed views of Mount Fuji and benefits such as early access to the park each day and free entry to the neighboring Fujiyama Museum and the Fujiyama Onsen. Number 3. The Ichiku Kubota Art Museum. The Ichiku Kubota Art Museum is located along the north side of Lake Kawaguchiko and showcases the Tsujigahana technique for decorating silk kimono. Tsujigahana is an intricate process for tie-dyeing long-sleeved silk kimono which requires a high level of mastery to perfect. It was famous during the Muromachi period but eventually gave way to less labor-intensive methods of decorating kimono. 100 years after its decline, a young artist named Kubota Ichiku decided to spend his life reinventing the tradition. The museum has exhibits of Kubota's creations, including an unfinished work called Symphony of Light, made of 80 individual kimono that together will form an image of Mount Fuji and the 4 seasons. The grounds of the museum are also interesting to explore and include gardens designed by Kubota, a waterfall, an outdoor stage for occasional performances, artwork from around Asia and Africa, a tea room, as well as unique buildings made of Okinawan coral and limestone. Number 2. Climb Mount Fuji. Of course, climbing Mount Fuji is one of the most common ways of experiencing the mountain. Like other Japanese mountains, Mount Fuji is divided into 10 stations. Although it is possible to hike from the base of the mountain all the way to the 10th station at the summit, by far the most common starting point for nearly everyone is at the 5th station about halfway up the mountain. On the popular trails, there are mountain huts where hikers can seek shelter, pay to use the restroom, buy food, and even sleep. There are 4 main trails to choose from: the Yoshida, Fujinomiya, Subashiri, and Gotemba. The most popular by far being the Yoshida, whose 5th station has the most shopping options and is accessible by direct bus from the widest variety of locations, including downtown Tokyo. Trails and mountain facilities are only open during the official Fuji climbing season, which is generally from early July to mid-September when the trails are free of snow. Outside this period, during the off-season, hiking is not recommended due to extreme weather and an elevated risk of rock slides and avalanches. However, during peak climbing season, especially in mid-August, there will be large numbers of people on the trails. The recommended method is to hike from the 5th station to the 7th or 8th station on the first day, sleep for several hours in a mountain hut, which should be reserved ahead of time, and then continue to the summit to view the sunrise. When attempting to climb Fuji, make sure to be properly equipped for a range of temperatures, wear sturdy footgear, and pack plenty of water and food. Also, to avoid altitude sickness, climb slowly, stay hydrated, and take frequent breaks. Number 1. View Mount Fuji. In our opinion, the best way to experience Mount Fuji is simply to take in its awe-inspiring natural beauty. Throughout the ages, artists have been moved by its form and size, creating countless works showing the mountain from every angle, in all conditions, and in each season. While climbing Fuji is an unforgettable experience, it does not offer the best view of the mountain itself. It's debatable which scenic spot is in fact top of the list, but here are some of the standout locations to view Mount Fuji from. The northern shore of Lake Kawaguchiko, Shizuoka City, the Bunkyo Civic Center in Tokyo, with the Shinkansen, inside the Shinkansen, an airplane, Lake Ashinoko in Hakone, the Chureito Pagoda, the Fuji Shibazakura Festival, the Izu Peninsula with the ocean in between, an onsen around the Fuji 5 Lakes region, ski slopes, such as found at the Fuji-ten Snow Resort, a golf course, and many more. As for the best season to view Mount Fuji, they each have their charms. In the fall, during Koyo season, the golden tones of autumn highlight the surrounding mountains beautifully. In the spring, cherry blossoms make an excellent frame for the mountain. And in winter, Fuji's trademark white snowcap makes a majestic crown. However, during the summer, although the Fuji 5 Lakes region will be green and lush, the humidity, clouds, and occasional typhoons often block Mount Fuji, making it the hardest season to get a great view. We hope this top 5 list gives you a good place to start when planning your trip to the Fuji area. For more information about any of the places mentioned in this video, or to explore another region, click the links on the screen now, or head over to japanguide.com, your comprehensive, up-to-date travel guide, firsthand from Japan. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more videos about Japan. Happy travels.